When Oprah Winfrey opened the doors to the Leadership Academy for Girls in 2007, it was more than just a school. It was her dream. A $40 million dream built in South Africa with the goal of transforming the lives of girls from disadvantaged backgrounds. It was the kind of project only Oprah could launch. Global media attention, celebrity support, and even the blessing of South African President Nelson Mandela. The idea was simple but powerful. Take bright young girls from difficult circumstances and give them elite education, leadership training, and resources that matched any top-tier academy in the world. People saw it as Oprah giving back to the continent that shaped so many of her own values. And for a moment, it looked perfect. The classrooms, the facilities, the mission, everything sparkled with hope. But big dreams often come with complications, and this one unraveled faster than anyone expected. But that was only the beginning. Only months after opening, a disturbing allegation hit the school like a shockwave. A dorm matron, responsible for supervising the girls, was accused of mistreating students physically and inappropriately. The story spread worldwide in hours. Oprah, who had poured her heart into the academy, called the news devastating. Instead of issuing statements from afar, she immediately flew to South Africa, apologized to students' families, and fired the headmistress, a move that surprised many and fueled endless debate about the school's internal structure. What followed was a long, messy legal battle. Reports described the accusations, the testimonies, the contradictions, and the misinformation circulating at the time. And after 3 years of proceedings, the dorm matron was ultimately acquitted. Not because the accusations were proven false, but because the testimony wasn't strong enough to meet South Africa's legal standards. The case was closed, but the damage was done. The academy's reputation had taken its first major hit. After that first incident, every headline involving the school became magnified. Every disciplinary action, suspension, or internal conflict turned into national news. It didn't matter if the issue was minor, the media framed it as another sign that something was wrong. In one case, several students were suspended for inappropriate behavior toward peers. In another, the academy dealt with internal disputes that had nothing to do with crime or danger, just normal school issues that looked like scandals because of the institution's fame. Oprah publicly admitted that she made mistakes early on. She called the school her greatest leadership challenge, acknowledging that running a boarding academy on another continent wasn't as simple as writing a check. Still, the academy kept growing. Students excelled academically, many went on to top universities, and the school consistently earned awards. But the internet doesn't focus on success stories. It prefers the dramatic ones, especially when Oprah's name is attached. And that's when rumors began to take on a life of their own. But things were about to shift from documented events to pure speculation. Years after the real scandals were resolved, a completely different storyline began emerging online. Posts across social platforms started claiming that girls at the academy were vanishing, that students were going missing, or that strange things were happening behind closed doors. These claims spread rapidly, but none were backed by any credible reporting. No missing person alerts. No police statements. No independent investigations. Just rumor threads, conspiracy posts, and sensational edits designed to spark fear and engagement. People began mixing real events from 2007 with fabricated stories from anonymous users. Some posts exaggerated past scandals, others invented entirely new ones, and a few tried to link the academy to unrelated celebrity conspiracies. The truth? There has never been confirmed, reliable reporting of students disappearing from the school. But once a rumor begins to snowball, especially involving a high-profile celebrity, it becomes almost impossible to stop. And every time Oprah trended online, the school resurfaced as part of the conversation. Which raises the question, why do these stories keep returning? Oprah is one of the most recognizable figures on the planet. Her influence, her success, and her proximity to power make her a constant target for speculation. The more successful the person, the bigger the rumors, and Oprah might be the biggest example of that dynamic. Whenever a Hollywood scandal breaks, people search for famous names to attach. Whenever a celebrity feud goes viral, Oprah somehow gets pulled into the narrative. And when conversations about institutions, influence, or power appear, the South African school becomes the easiest thing for conspiracy communities to latch onto. That's how old stories from 2007 get recycled in 2024. It's how minor controversies get exaggerated into dark mysteries. And it's how a single rumor can turn into a viral theory without ever being supported by facts. The academy did face real problems, and Oprah addressed them publicly. But the jump from documented controversy to internet horror story shows more about online culture than it does about the school itself. Still, the rumors kept evolving. Let's be clear, No credible source has reported students disappearing from Oprah's school. Not one. But the rumor survives because of a perfect storm of elements. Old headlines from 2007 resurface and get misinterpreted. People assume controversy must mean danger. Conspiracy communities merge unrelated scandals into one narrative. TikTok and YouTube amplify edited videos without context. Oprah's own celebrity relationships become part of wider conspiracies. And the more the rumor spreads, the more evidence people think they see, even if none of it is factual. By the time the story reaches mainstream social media, the claims have been exaggerated far beyond anything connected to the Academy's actual history. People start assuming the school is tied to sinister behavior, dark rituals, or secret activities, even though the only documented issues were the early abuse case, student discipline incidents, and the struggles of running a new boarding academy. But the internet rarely separates fact from fiction, especially when entertainment is involved. And that's how a real school with real students became the center of a modern legend. The reason this topic continues to attract attention isn't because new information keeps emerging, it's because people love exploring mysteries, questioning powerful figures, and debating what's true or exaggerated. But behind all the noise is a real school, with real students, teachers, accomplishments, and a complex history. People forget that AULAG students have graduated into top universities, won global academic awards, built successful careers, returned to mentor younger girls, spoken positively about their experiences. The school's story is not one-dimensional. It includes success, struggle, controversy, growth, mistakes, and impact. But when rumors take over, all nuance gets erased. And that's exactly why separating documented events from crowd-made fiction is so important. Because the truth is usually far less dramatic and far more human than the internet wants it to be. Oprah's school has had real challenges. It has faced real criticism. It has dealt with real controversy. But it has also transformed lives, uplifted students, and produced graduates who continue breaking barriers. The rumors that girls disappeared from the school? No credible evidence supports that narrative. The sensational stories circulating online? They're part of the same cycle that turns every celebrity misstep into a conspiracy. So when you strip away the noise, the story becomes clearer. A massive philanthropic project with growing pains, a high-profile founder, real but resolved scandals, and an internet that rewrites the past every few years for clicks and shock value. But now I want to know what you think. Do you believe the online rumors only spread because Oprah is a powerful figure? Or do you think people genuinely misinterpret old headlines as new events? Let me know your thoughts below.